Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is when you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. You know, it's one thing to be liked. That's a real fundamental human need that we have from our early childhood. That we want the other kids to like us. We want to have friends. We want to be a part of a social circle. And then beyond that, we even like to be popular more than liked. To be able to, you know, maybe have your own circle of friends, but then navigate successfully with other circles of friends. You got friends in other schools. You got friends in other parts of town. You got friends in other social circles and environments. And to be well known, you know, by more people who you know. That's even more cool, right? But those are really byproducts of something much more significant, something much more meaningful, and ultimately something much more profitable for you, and I think ultimately more desirable. The real goal is to become indispensable. When you're indispensable, they don't have to like you. When you're indispensable, you don't even have to be popular, right? There are, for example, the software and programming that's operating behind the device that you're using right now its utility is what makes it ubiquitous. In other words, the fact that you can't operate a phone or a computer without this software is what makes it everywhere. You don't even know what it's called. You don't even know what program it is. You follow what I'm saying? But it is because it's indispensable that it is everywhere. And because it is everywhere, then it will be, like I said, supremely lucrative. Okay? So this is a lesson that I want you to adopt in your life. I want you to understand that particularly within the practice of Orisha lifestyle, what we deal with is not superficial. What we're dealing with is elemental. We're dealing with water. We're dealing with soil. We're dealing with air, right? We're dealing with fire. We're dealing with stone. These are indispensable attributes. When you look at all the deities show up as natural phenomena. That's a template for you to understand what you are aspiring to. You need to look at what it is that you bring into the world that will make you indispensable. How can you show up in the lives of the people who matter most in ways that they just can't do without? Not just in ways that are likable, not just in ways that are popular, but in ways that are truly indispensable. Okay? So now, in order for you to be indispensable, however, you got to be the person who is looking at what you bring into the world, what your natural gifts and talents are, and you need to look at the world around you, and you need to be positioning yourself in such a way that when people are articulating problems or you can see problems, you say beyond the shadow of a doubt, let me handle that. I got it. I can take that for you. No problem. Whatever it is, I can resolve that. Right? So you can't be all things to all people. Water only does what water does. Fire does what fire does. Stones do what stones do. Right? So you have your own attributes, and you got to stick to those attributes. But it means that you accept those attributes and you position yourselves in such a way that you let people make good use of you. Okay? This is counter to what maybe you're being conditioned to think that Orisha is going to give you. They're conditioning you to think that the more steep you become in Orisha, then the more you're going to be able to command or have control or authority over, you know, just anything and everything. And, you know, we see how that's panning out for the community at large. So the real more mature and long-lasting and ultimately lucrative position for you to take is that of indispensability. Okay? Learn what your natural gifts and talents are, embrace them, accept them, cultivate them, hone them, refine them, and then position yourself in such a way that you are indispensable to the people who you are destined to serve. All right? So, as always, this is a message for the leaders. I'm looking for people who are ready, willing, and able to improve the world through positive influence. If you're one of those people, I want you to find out how Obafemi Origunwari Alatunse Onifa Okiona Abelkuta and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can help you take your life and your practice to the next level. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com. Let's start working together to help you live the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of those you're destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.